Hi everyone, this is Georgia at the AdPR Biometrics Lab at GVSU, and today we're going to be doing an Adobe Illustrator tutorial on how to make a mock-up Instagram post to A/B test in the lab. So first you're going to want to make sure you have everything you need. So have Illustrator downloaded on your computer or a laptop. There's also computers on campus that already have this. Next, you're going to want to make sure you have the Instagram template downloaded, and that link is on both our website and linked in this video. And when you get to it, you're going to click on the three dots, click download. It'll open in your downloads. And when you double click on it, it'll pop right into Illustrator. Then you're going to need the two images you want to use and the two captions you want to use. And I just think it's a lot easier to have these on the front end so that you don't have to pause and figure it out as you go. But that brings up a great point as well, that at any point you can pause this video or go back if you missed a step or need clarification on something. So once you're in Illustrator, it's going to look something like this. It's just like Canva or Photoshop, just a little more advanced. So don't get worried when you see all this stuff. You're not going to have to learn how to use all of it. The most important tools are one, your little arrow. That's how you're going to move things around. Next, there's this little glove down here called the hand tool. If you click on that, you can move your screen around, but when you have this clicked, you're going to move your actual components. Another way you can do that is just by holding the space bar. I find that a lot easier, and you can zoom in and out using your trackpad or mouse. So these are your two artboards. You have one per Instagram post, but if you only need to use one, that's totally fine. You don't have to use both of them. Over here are your layers. You can toggle these open and closed, and over here are all the different components we can work with. So as you can see, I can uncheck these and things will disappear. This little eyeball tool. You're not really going to have to mess with any of that much though. So let's just start by getting our image in. So for the sake of this example, we're going to be using the Ninja Portable Blender. So I have the images here and the captions, but you can't really copy and paste from Google Docs. So you're going to want to go straight from the source, copy your image, and it may come in way too big, and if that's the case, you're going to hover in the corner and shrink it down, and you'll see it kind of gets all wonky, but if you hold shift, it'll hold its position. So I'm just going to shrink it down till it's the size I want. And there we go. And as you can see, this isn't a perfect square. So what I'm going to do with this image, and in every scenario it might be a little different, I'm just going to take this blue box and shrink it down so that it matches the size of my image. I'm also going to expand it out just a little bit that way so that that black rim is even. Actually, I'm just going to turn it off. And now we don't have a weird little border. And then I'm going to click on each of these elements by holding shift. And if you accidentally click on something you don't mean to, like I just did, you can click and unclick to remove it from your selection. So once we have everything selected, we can just move it right up. And then we can also click on the post itself, move it right up just like that. And the next thing we're going to want to do is rename our titles. So we can say this is Ninja Kitchen, which is the name of their Instagram. And same here, Ninja Kitchen. And now that we did that, we can put our caption in. I'm just going to copy it, double click, paste, And sometimes emojis will come in weird, so if that's the case, you can just remove them. And in this case, they were specific to the post here, but that's okay. And then now you can see that it's a little funky how there's this space because the example text was a different size. So how you can fix that, click on this white arrow. You're going to zoom in really far, find this anchor, click on it. You're just going to move it closer. You're going to find this one and also move it closer. And that's just adjusting the size of your text box. And now that spacing looks a lot better. We can also double click on these likes and change it. We can do, how about 121? That's today's date, or 11/21. And then we also need to add a profile photo. So we can just go look up Ninja Kitchen logo and click on this one. And I know this one is pretty similar to their actual Instagram handle. Paste it right in. And again, we're going to hold shift click and make that way smaller. Then we're going to drag it down in the layer so that it's under the layer called Profile Pic. We're going to move it, line it up where we want it to go. Just like that. That'll be different for everything. And then you're going to click on both. And to do that, you're going to click and then shift, click again. Then you're going to hit control click or right click, make clipping mask. And now that logo is right in that circle there for you. And that's pretty much all we have to do. I'm going to show you how to do it on the second one as well. So you're going to close this first stimuli and open the second one. And you're going to go to your second image. I found this one that I liked a lot through Amazon. And this one came in way bigger. And it came in and it popped right into the first stimuli. So we're going to want to make sure that's on the second artboard. We're going to shrink it down with holding shift. We're going to line it up with our square. And once it's in our square, we can just toggle off the square underneath to make sure nothing's popping through. And again, we're going to type in our handle. And maybe we want to test giving this one more likes. And we have to be careful to remember things like commas to make sure that they're accurate. And this time, instead of copying the logo again, we can just copy this, paste it over here. And that'll save us a little bit of time. And for the caption, we're just going to copy that caption over, paste it in, and again, we're going to type in Ninja Kitchen, click this white arrow, click on these anchors, drag them over. And on this one, you may notice that the caption's actually too small. So we're going to highlight everything. It looks like we have a little more space, so we're just going to move our post up a tiny bit. We're going to click on this white border, drag it down. Now it doesn't look like it's pushing off the edge of the page, and I'm actually going to decide to make this 3,024 likes because I think the number looks more realistic. And now we have our 2 posts. So if we want to export these, we're going to hit File. We're going to go down to Export. And also, if you want to save your progress at any time, you can click Command S to save, and it should just save to wherever it's previously downloaded. You can also do Save As or Save a Copy. You're going to hit Export, Export As. And we'll name this Ninja Kitchen. And we're going to download as PNG. We do want to use the artboards. We want all of them. We're going to hit Export, High Resolution, Transparent Background. So we can open these 2 files and make sure they look good. Here they are. Everything looks right. They look consistent. We have our likes. The spacing looks okay here. So we are good to go. Thank you so much for watching this Adobe Illustrator tutorial on how to make an Instagram post. This is the AdPR Biometrics Lab at GVSU. You can follow us at GVSU Biometrics on Instagram or go to our website at www.gvsu.edu/soc/biometrics. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.